Welcome to Trolling News Network. Very first one. It's kind of odd not to have people over here in chat waiting as I start giving the news. So as anybody comes in, welcome to the chat. I'm going to hit some of the stories today that I could not touch on my coffee broadcast. This will be a new one. I'm going to try to start doing this every day soon after lunch just to give you the meat and potato on the news and nothing else. All right, guys, I'm going to bounce from story to story. We will come up with a place to store these links so that you can do your own research as well. Evergrande's next bond deadline nears with contagion risk rising. Hello, PJ McDowell. It's good to have you in the room. You're the very first person ever to watch a Trolling News Network. You're the original. We'll have to put that one in writing somewhere. Evergrande's next bond deadline nears with contagion risk rising, looking to flood into about 5 more real estate developers. We're setting the stage for the implosion of China. Going to hit the news pretty quickly. Lollipop People, we're going to use term and code words for these V words so we don't get in trouble. Easily transmit the bug variant in households, UK study says. We already knew this. We're seeing it with multiple studies from around the world. We will touch on them. Ireland, massive new outbreak despite a 91% lollipop rate, which blends in perfectly with what we're hearing on easily transmit from a UK study. As I understand it, this one is published in the Lancet and the BMJ, British Medical Journal. All right. On with the same theme here. 37% of unlollipop workers could quit over mandates. This number is actually considerably higher if you look at here. Where do we find it? Weekly testing option if it's not available. This is 37% will quit if their only choice is a lollipop. Others are looking for the option of also having regular testing to avoid it. I think we all have people in our own personal life that have been there. Hello, Patricia Ann. Hello, Linda. Praise Worship Girl. Hello, Tina. Not a golden egg shirt yet. I'm going to try to start doing news every afternoon at Trolling News Network to separate it from RV-related stuff, just because the politics of the news seem to offend a lot of folks on the RV front. Not all of it. 99% like getting it. All right, so I'm just going to hit the news quickly and keep moving. All right, the Amish, they are immune to it. They have reached herd immunity. I really enjoyed this story, guys, as they enjoy a healthier lifestyle. InfoWars did it. It was a pretty good story. I don't know why I just now found it today, but it was definitely worth reading. Dan Bongino ends his radio program. Well, doesn't really end it. He's on hold while they figure out what to do with it. I have to say I admire Dan because he is giving up millions of dollars in this one. I think he is making the right decision. And it's kind of easy to give up money when you already make crazy money, but still, that's a big nut to give up. I mean, that's you work your whole life trying to attain something, and he is willing to step away from it. He himself is lollipopped, but many in the organization, many of the content creators, many of the staff are not. So he is like literally standing on his word and his conviction that he will not be part of that. They can have him, or they can have their mandates. They can't have both. That is a huge blow to them. It'll be interesting to see if anybody else stands up and joins them. All right. Ooh, yes, I did. I'm going to try to squeeze that one in there. We still have to create a place for all these links. Increases in bug are unrelated to levels of lollipops across 68 different countries and 2,947 counties in the United States. Meaning, here's a good from the European Journal of Epidemiology. Another one of those scientific studies, because science matters in today's world. All of the shots in the world aren't going to change whether it is spreading or not spreading, is what the science is telling us at this point. It does seem to mitigate personal or percentage of mortality, but that seems to be about the only thing it seems to change. All right. Your problem. AT&T tells white staff that they're racist, asks them to confess their white privilege and to promote defund police as part of a new re-education program by the CEO, John Stankey. You can't make up some of this craziness. And while we're at it, you got to take white people out. According to a Rutgers University professor, that is 41 calls white people villains, says critical race theory is just the proper teaching of American history, and praises dwindling birth rates in an online discussion. Guys, read through it. It's kind of sick. Breaking, Biden seeks to give migrant families $450,000 per person or up to $900,000 per family if they were separated at the border. This would, interesting if you read this story. They want it to go back retroactively to 2018. They don't want it to go back to the Obama administration when they were separating families then, when the practice first started. They only want to punish the government for what happened in the last 2 years. This is, to me, is really nuts when we have so many struggling, so many losing homes. We saw the foreclosure rate rise by 67% last month. We simply don't have the money, but we're going to start paying folks that were here already illegally. That were, yeah, it's you guys try to make up that crazy. Democrat cries to defund the police fade in the U.S. mayoral races as crime surges. Even the Democratic candidates are no longer saying that. This is a great example. Felicia Moore, Atlanta City Council president, vows to hire 250 more police officers to help combat her city's rising crime rate if she is elected mayor next week. Democratic rival former Mayor Kasim Reed wants to go even further, putting 750 more officers on the streets. These are the same people that 1 year ago were calling for fewer officers and to defund them and remove them. Craziest thing ever, how it just seems to work, that whole law enforcement thing. Praise worship, Tina, it's good to see you. Hello, counselor from Texas. It was time to launch the Trolling News Network. It's good to see everybody here. I'm going to keep it, pretty short, because I just wanted to pop the lid on the Tupperware and do a first one. And then we'll see how it goes. We'll figure out how to structure things, how to do the quick news and all of that. So I appreciate all you guys for popping into it. Very much appreciated. This will be a fun one. I'm going to try to keep more of the politics here and less of it over on the coffee and the RV front, just to make it easier for a lot of those folks. To me, the politics are very important. It is what sets the stage between sovereign, global, and the crazy world we're living in. All right, guys, I appreciate you much. Thank you for helping me break the seal on the Trolling News Network. And I'll see you again soon, hopefully every afternoon.